Media Minister. It's Maba. Great. Let me know where you're watching from. Just type in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from. Just type in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from. And thank you very much for the support and, as it were, the encouragement. Over the past 3 days, it's been a very important and a very significant moment of my leadership, my time as regional minister, and also my time serving my mother Ghana and my dear region. In fact, I had to take a huge risk, and almost bury me almost inner circle there. I'm sure many of them were scared, and with the kind of questions and now it kept coming, no? Many of them were very skeptical, say, is it the right way to go? Is it the right thing to do? But you see, leadership is about risk-taking. And leadership is also about responsibility. If you ask, so who slow a dim bar? Won't be shame. And I will say, who be failing in life, you won't be able to take any bold step in life. Until the higher the risk, the higher the reward. And until this week, a lot happened. And I needed to take a bold risk. Because clearly, you have your doubts in your mind. But I needed to overcome that and then stay true to whatever we had planned that we were going to make this happen. Last year, we put together Ashanti Fest 2025. Ashanti Fest 2025 became a talk of town all over the country. Kind can see your support. And I come for some boy, and my executive Ashanti Fest 2025. Thankfully, this year, we were able to look at a near lapses from last year to be able to even make it better this year. And it has been good, super fantastic. Over the past almost 3 weeks, I share Ashanti Fest officially. Ashanti Fest activities, I started last year, October. Inter-district football gala. Now I started with inter-towns across all 43 districts. And your boy, I've been 16 teams. No, you've been group stages 8. And 2 teams qualify from each of the groups. And you've been 16 teams. 16 teams in your dumbbell ball round of 16. And your dumbbell round of 8. This year doing semi-finals. Near finals. Near football section there. But very important for us. We needed to make sure that most of the activities that they are on board will be activities that brought in impact in even in the 2025. And see, one day I was there, and then this whole idea of the street art festival came up. You discuss the cost component now. We realized that we needed to find a way of making sure, say, we will get it done efficiently, effectively, and also be able to, as it were, reduce unnecessary costs, and also be able to bring out talents as much as we could. And yes, and let me admit, say, the starting process, the greatest fear, say, what the students you call, no could draw na far, and then I am for the year. And then a narrative no better. So yes, it is a fear we entertained. And most definitely, most of the students are buying no teachers no. My interview most of their conversations. They admit say interchange no. They realize say in fact what they've been drawing in their books on cardboards and all that there is a huge structure that you need to make sure you get it right and you get it really right. And amidst all these fears, no, what really motivated us, the first catch started some more, yeah. Which means, in fact, this is pure talent. That is when the motivation came in. That is when the you can do it spirit came in. And thankfully, mo hedi na me Nana osuni na yesenti yakofa ankora yi ba yi ananka anye yi a komeka se yanka minister no so ya akwara minister no so ya akwara hwenkora ne ma wo ye obi a interchange fe wakọ se ankora nketenkete ababigu ho de o mabeningene ho aye no ye akere na de fa he ke de fa he mo he President Mahama ohu appointing ministers bebree. Ministers ya appoint omo nyina omo ye mpanifo. And mpanifo omo de ne ministers aka no. Me na me ye yongu. Me na me ye mabunu ne de. You get the point. So what it means is say most have a catch them say me na me ye yongu no me say be behave to say bio akokrowa. Then what you are telling me is say at the end of the day na mo pese president appoint nkokrafo nko a na se mpanifo nko a. Debi president kept a balance. Youthful ye de ewum o de amaye, e ma de ewum o de ama wo mo, mpanifo o mo de ewum o de ama wo mo. Enti we pani na ebia ye vibe no at this time no you are able to follow. You have other older ministers you can vibe with. Maybe they are young ones no. They also have an opportunity to also vibe with me. Now back at them say me so no me some behave to say obi amadi 60 and obi amadi 70 enye ye. Beyond I am in my very younger age. Let me enjoy life. Let me mingle with my group. Let us all grow together. When we grow together, maybe 50 years and maybe we are not about to say menu. I want to know why I'm not say me na no menye. Midi 60 a. Name be o high, no na about to say menye. But once you that's your young and I go for my holding, no my young kwai you jinum. Me say day, you jinum. Madam Asi. Afi, my medical comment section I'm here. Obi a ba type you jinum. Obi a ba type you jinum comment section. Ye jinum ampa. And is it once a mabunu ni jinum no. Me majuma say I have to give other youth an opportunity to also excel. It more programs no do na nipa o coordinate my awucha a very young person. What is happening? Contemporary world na say the cost what I say. More young people are do more a leading charge, Ashanti festival, more boy, juma, football, media, bibia, young people. So ultimately rant in juma. President Mahama Nyankopon Chade, ministers no some penifo, then you go and vibe with Omo. So that you know you're young no at our age no, we would be able to grow together and be able to make an impact on each other's life. Beyond that, there were a lot of doubts. Say, I didn't crank it in kitchen echo, akako yi jumadi so ewo interchange to say home. Where? Kwa usu ne boy hina home. Kwa usu ne boy hina. Me papa growing up. Akra wo pesoma pa wo fie no. Eda wa ye mistake bia. We expect sen kan bu be fu pa no betie wana sen ko ba yi bo no. Sada no mu. Because it kwa usu ne boy hina. What it means you say Osuma wono na wankwa, that mistake would not even happen in the first place. And whilst I will call Uye Juma or Breno, and from Soreba, and from Sonebeba, you're part of the work. And it is better I have a hard-working son than to have a lazy son. A hard-working son, and where your mistakes are, where you're available for correction, What Jim Fonson to now correct him. Better than Obia. Waya quadro. No saw a bufu. No na son tiasem. Nani pan we minim. We now crowd is in fact. Let it here. And yes, youth no more my opportunity in leadership. Because I have a leading life, what will happen, you say? Definitely, we are bound to make mistakes. Mistakes may come our way. But the fact say be a mistake back you no be a balance crucify. What it means is it's an opportunity for learning. That is why I love my president so much. There are times when he be on social media career as well. He would draw your attention that Frank, this next time approach it A or approach it in this direction. Or whom be business at the papa. Frank, you are making me proud. That is what I think leadership is about. Leadership is about grooming the next generation. And into your maya, omobaye arti, yenja almost how, yenja almost how, and when you Japan, me wa na me phone belly a belly a me shena say. Minia menino eco school say to the friend Eric J. Say to senior high school. Then I go upon Chadi, Mahama Darama. 1 year CEO for NEIP, National Entrepreneurship and Innovative Program. Now last year, Nyamen Chadi, yeah fashion night no. Oba biwo Jubilee Rafi Parko. Oba share fashion for na juma o ma ye ne fair walkway any niema ekosuna. He was so impressed. And he made a strong case, say, business owners, entrepreneurs, women, he will give them an opportunity for training and for support. So that NEIP can come in, be able to help some of those who need setup to set up. Obi Hawaii Jumana bo here a bit of an entrepreneurial touch. And what it means is say, you have an opportunity in that regard to have that entrepreneurial training. Or more qualify for funding, so you'll be able to have a little bit of funding as well from NEIP. Or buy a program now or indicate my people thought say were a political talk. Thankfully, yet me recruitee enipa from across all the constituencies. Edomuma Amstead, I near Usted, and I know Usted. A dinner day, Usted on. Emma, omu trainee woma ya, and nay, omu capital area, me baka one of the first activities here, letting them have the capital and letting them be able to, as it were, have that entrepreneurial push. Now, go ponchadi, ya maya visual arts ya, kofa by. Yadomudi Jumay. And Amoakohene, as I reach out, say, he is coming in once again to help these young ones, so that we would be able to support them, sponsor them, nurture their work, and be able to, as it were, get something good out of them. Because my kind of way says, "May you made snippy to me draw niema, you made snippy to me do arts niema to say F. But you know, we school, that is it. Who be out of them? Until and all that. And you have opportunity to showcase what visual art students, what talents you can do. What it means is say, we need to do all we can in making sure say it will promote you. And I want to thank my brother Eric J for coming on board thus strongly. They will have a tourism minister so free. Good news, oh, good news. Good news. Tourism minister so free. What's it? Meba. And I'm man. What's washing in Munyam? Creative arts. Yeah, that was it. I'm man. What you tie. And what tina boy. In fact, Namia 31st, tourism minister will be with us. Abraham climax, Ashanti fashion no, Ashanti Kente week, no. Our cultural center, and she will be with us. Kente so, and I think UN, it has been recognized. I am a Ghana certificate and all that. She will come in with a copy of that certificate and make presentations to Opimso, and also make that same certificate available to the public for us to know, say, Kente and they push you know, even at the world front, you know, it is playing a very key role. Now, me adoma Tuesday no basuswa, and Grano will have an opportunity to be able to interact with her. The case you cry say, Yura Opimso 242, and then I'm kwada, then pipe pa, ni nansa ni nim die, and latina tinin and Yahudi Yahui. Yamay, Yadomwa Kochia, Otunfo, now Otunfo. Ednin Samuel Shirama Yamay. Yama boy in the course of Ashanti Festival, the ultimate, you say, any Yura president, Baya arrangement, you bet Yama or Mono an encounter. So imagine, say, at an early age of your life, you've been able to have an opportunity to be recognized by the president, an opportunity to be recognized by Otunfo. Then what it tells you is that you are on the path of greatness. Greatness and we're going to make sure we push same. And the visual arts for the naba. Home accounts for 4 years or so, aid nam muba. On the 31st, apart from cultural display near Bayano, you have a food fair near a drama festival. She said the last year was cultural center now. So what it means is say, your man is swa or more year into home accounts. We're looking at how best we'll be able to bring their talents also up and see how best we'll be able to support them. So enquire cooking competition you be eating competition. Tomorrow pay diane no. Mo pay diane no. Mo brainy. Register them and sign out for call home. Because on that day, now, we so we pay dia. When we are not too late. And see, but we say drama festival for no indicate to ourselves. Cooking competition for also indicate to ourselves. And no more eating competition also. Also indicate to ourselves. You see, in the development of a society, it's not always about the multi breaks. No? The social cohesion, the social mobilization, the societal engineering forms a key pillar of every nation's development. And it's not just about the fact that, oh, you see classroom, oh, yeah, choir, oh, yeah, and also, yeah, pa. Once I hear you know, you make sure that the social aspect of leadership is also a take it from. Say the bear. To my mufon will understand and appreciate what is happening. Because my who will my dream maybe able just a quiet to carry, a diet to carry, and all that, because they were not involved in this whole process of nation building. And we would do the developmental aspect in terms of infrastructural aspect, no? Whilst we do the social aspect as we are doing. And we're going to micromanage all without having to let any of them suffer. Because a bampun to Juma, they are said they make no challenge, no. A basic debate, no one to me, debate here. A by infrastructure, Mahama 1, Kejetia, Afari, Sewa, friends, Asawase, Tafu, Atonsu, Afranjo, Mampong, Obuasi, Domazu Community Day, Banka Community Day, Fumso Community Day, Niwe Dibiasi Bakoshaw, Offenso Community Day, Ejra Bakoshaw. All these community days in your exclusion, you focus on Ukraine, the non-quan, you be Ukraine, and you're better than will be 8 years. 4 years, and your president is a Kanye, and then the first 4 years, no. Sewa, KNUST, maternity block of Fanachi, Afari. Even these ones, no, you no crana near your employment, you're good for a 4-year period. And the Mahama Bay first one, no, and the warrior this, you know. The next coming 2 years, no, you're going into infrastructure, crana, you can say the employments, capacity building, human resource development. We are good to go because a base a jumasem dia any jumaya in terms of infrastructure development. Definitely, yeah, that MPP mobile debate we are able defeat mo because when you old ones for America. Outer Kumasi Ring Road, they be American. First of its kind, MPP Nimoshe from a tier, Drabin, a Fijasi, Tano Dumasi, Bad de Bessi Quabre, a Fija Quabre South, Offensive South, MPP Nimoshe, NDC, Brainchild, Accra Kumasi Expressway. Yay, goodness. These projects are more debate any day, aside from all this, common fund affairs near the Tina and Klein channel. See, common fund the president and make sure say, Embra district bia. It me this is no more memma, or more mass so your mad say by us and toa. Nana more listening. Mr. Bohon, district be a 210. Boho nkwana mo call list wo yi mu no de mo mai me 129 mamo 138 no because me list boreholes nkwa boreholes 10 times 43 districts, that is 430 projects. A batch of compounds in hospitals, sir. President to say district dia chip compounds too, while the health center then one and while they upgrade an existing health project and do their non kwa no kra no 43 as an markets. Market no also be a type of crowflow market. Crowflow market here the 24-hour economy market anka what's a DC new market work KM no. Say canon ye DC crowflow market. So what it means you say crowflow binya new market. Crowflow new market no me say KM new market also kunya no eno ye dey ma crowflow. So that grow from you bet me because you grow from one. I don't see why we should go and start an additional or a new market anywhere. It means we grow from Nikejiti phase 2 now. That should be enough to manage most of the things. When in your whilst I hear no so nipa mutima mufuo no. Enisi a tron tram womu. I was here yen near me be kayen in ya boom. Netimi aboa nom do ma ho den atai aban na chi. Ene Ashanti mine Ghana chi. Na Ghana timia konenim. It mo when yema bi aye more different entertainment private minister was entertainment SRC minister say yes say yema nipa no timamufo na ni age dan say omo beba me office na me pam omo de say do bi ko pam school feeding ma no a omo ko na omo de yawde na ekono na ko pon chade me de oba me ho a ene yawde na de beko eye nigye na de beko umpewe na opede. That is the difference between the between mu no apam dada no ne apam foforo. Upon Fufro Ninie, see a more opportunity to talk to me. And way. What it means is say, what we are doing now, a well-crafted plan to be able to rally the people behind and be able to build the country together. Because a nipa a chico goo as a quite interchange. Doing this project in the past 3 days. Just imagine say obi kohosu okakotare poster it wouldn't take the regional minister, the mayor or the DC to even take action. We will get people to mamufo taking responsibility and the pain to even discipline or make sure those people are reported. But in my the contract no command people back up for. So on $25 million. And fan design ya. Oye wie na de bet no be the poster kwata so obi amfa ho because at the end of the day there was no societal involvement or a bit of a communal involvement in making sure the work is done. And then man be And that's all maybe intimate penny for back paying 1 year. And as the intimate so yeah the sika nimpe obidini $25 million money for back phone. What the other common will be and KB and Kenyo. But President Mahama say $25 million near will be a yen fan yen near ma ebe direct impact. Whilst the member for no near my bit my dear boy hono yen from wire home. And into the name may over Jumadia Mudia Efe a canyon boom a bois. And today, someone say, instead of a young piano, Yankee home. Let's build our motherland, Ghana. Let's develop our region. Let's develop our country. And make sure, say, and conform my it took them to realize, say, this is a turning point for us to be able to move so that we will be able to have an opportunity as such. Now let me come to the comment section. Before I remember more Akonya Nama Banam Wakasano. But we say PZ so. There were issues about PZ. Any 1 year on what has been done. Let me be frank and upfront with this. 1. PZ issue ni see no. PZ leadership no. Eka say omom pese abaibisi PZ hono. They don't want government to rebuild PZ for them. They want to take issues up themselves and build it themselves. We disagreed with them. The matter got to Menshia. Menshia at a committee to look at the matter. They are yet to give us a feedback as to the reconstruction of Edom PZ. Whilst Menshia team no, is yet to get back to us no. You say traders na AC or more structures about doing PZ, which doesn't have sanction from KMA or permits from KMA whatsoever. And that is it. And until a year now, a doom PZ blue light on moon say government day bibia kohosebia cement and the ama contracts will be in Siena Bibisa. The before 9 num to say umpeso mo asi o ma de. On the part of government, you want to see a castle here. At the end of the day, a old one am I a problem no. Menshia came in. There's a team that is working, but while the team is working, no, Amoakohene ahead after team shares from most structures and all that, which will come to Wedley at a later date. Ewo Sikasema eba ho in terms of donations no. Obia sika buy bia 2 penny buy ho R&Q and Abuaje contractor. These are the only 2. Kenene upon sika amaye ho ba o sika amaye ho ma bi na buy mo bo am before ni din obia jaka bi amaye ho ye buy ho no so ye manadmu and handle sa sika sem omo am di sika buy no o ma mfa amase ye mfansi Adum PZ. Omo de baase yemfa mmoa omo a eye ahumobrofo like omo eye mmobro awom no. Those who were vulnerable. Omo a omo dwetire ne omo niema ya ade a omo hia mmoa ni monimu na. With that in mind, Nadmo a profile obia wo ye vulnerable obia ana omo frɛ wo mo obaji sika na wa sign obaji a na wa sign Obedia no assign. Almost had the media call and almost had videos that chance semunti. And just ramo. Sika ba ye ba nadmo hono. Nadmo jinem aye disbursements. The akabia ama abaho. Ba o me ade mahu ama me ho. Canada pon de ama ye ho. Di asam so ma wache a unkoma ne de ani a. Enna ehosie no soso no Adum PZ for na ase omom pese abai besi asem no Menshia as we speak now and the idea won pese abai besi no afi the head na afi the wosa eba besu na 1 year ba ana unhu hwe de na beso hu especially when besi enti menia those are the few issues with regards to Adum PZ no. Great. So those are the few issues regarding Adum PZ issues. No? Okay. Me who a news item one. The youth were calling say only there's no Abaya account at almost say or my gatters be 17 million or so. And you know me ba my mom date on I think March either 29th or so, but I've communicated to them. It will be my friend concerned group no together with our leaders no, then we see how best we'll be able to resolve it. The academy, as I mentioned, a woman share and dementia, am I a resolution on how to go ahead? We will go ahead with that. With that said, I'll come to your request and then listen to you briefly and sign upon for Ene Jumedino. Okay, hello.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening, Adufa.
Mr. President, future President.
Hey, where's Anoma to Madru?
Honorable Pasha, I want to say good evening.
Good evening. Adufa Kasame home.
Aye. It's you, pa. That was a powerful information I would imagine. I'm a Pacho. Kakram person be say. Sanitation, I think say na ma comments I were down or meaning say already ya. Wonderful adwuma wo ye pa ye ni age kama pa.
That's
Na Ashanti region so de sanitation so no I think say beboa. You for no o tumi akreti bibia ma o mo senia bola was Ashanti region no ye betumi ayi aye de everywhere. Say be 3 years ya ka moni mu yi e den am ye afasa sanitation ho me question am pese me bisa no.
Great. And yeah, that's we bring. I think say sanitation no more have first now sanitation functions so do free local government and then this assembly common fund Zoom line honorable. President a decentralized Zoom line contract no or renew no. Or district to be at 10% of a common fund to be allocated for sanitation related efforts. In the district be in charge of sanitation efforts. Beyond that, the National Sanitation Day, every month, month beyond your carbon also in the form of a communal activity to be able to, as it were, support sanitation drive. Beyond that, Marshall signal for swap boy. Last time I buy my car say, and the KMA alone, NIPA 111, and a year in court, almost standing prosecution for sanitation related offenses on my committee within the city. And the enforcing the laws, communal efforts, district assembly level efforts, these are all areas that they were to be able to tackle the sanitation related problems once and for all. Whilst at that, no, city beautification, city green in Nayasha, but who say what happens? They say area be an environment be or how drew her. Obin can't tell say who could crime fanto. Baba Kona Hoya Basa. Any of the OPB announced to me, Ukraine, where they at their 20. Whilst we are cleaning, whilst we are enforcing, we also are taking deliberate steps. So they be able to transform key city areas, no. So they be a fair. So they be a what drew her. Obin can't tell say, baby, what drew no. I was so didn't now making sure say you would maintain or even add on to make it better so far as sanitation concerned. So basically that is it with sanitation efforts. Honorable Kabori, what do you think? Great. Akwaba. You can some when you remember.
What I remember media basobo and then also so in Sidania Pumde Pani Esramo. Indeed, I said, can you forward the year? And I'm to Timisha Afro crime. My own baby Pama Muku and now Potamo Mutimu. And you made the many go PM or so quite interchange in us.
Fantastic.
Claiming your me now acquire Hunju. Now I need Jim Monos Walker, some Some you many as a tata because maybe some who are sent back up percent. I be able to marry you to watch out council. If it's my or mine don't tea. If it's my because of the kind of leader you want. Any more tamo America don't prepare the whole coma one number. Afa Ebanasa na KM said one of the best things that happened to Ghana is Ghanaians going to vote for President Mahama. And President Mahama having the trust in young people. Say 77 previous. I can discern when you feel what you can offer to your people and the community. All we need. You can't be around here near from now. The way to me, I can say, Radino Obuafo, Otutu Nancy.
Amen.
Now, run away and meaning say, Obey Yamana. If any communicators a ground, you do my effort. In few minutes, I'll buy Nipa Bay 1.4 a unit national 150 something thousand people. That even when I was sentimental, I don't know. I thought that I be Montiasiano. Now, so one could tear social media no who fly across and over.
I don't mean who fly about could be.
Oh no, about the side that is a way with your maybe I may Michelle crab a boy about so never make queen and I'm missing from my from my own said. Many opinion can give. I think I can see I know about. Now, because Ashanti can 2 weeks, macro challenge, social media.
Why a fair?
And then I know it's a free job. I just some.
Why a fair, papa?
I'm not bringing and fear when that's the only way. The idea is I will come and everything. I'm making economic meaning out of it. Fantastic.
That was Kabori Mohammed. No Tafrija. Miria Edikai Asida. That's a bimlebio. Mahu message no Facebook. Masani what you come concerning the opposite ye at the bois. Ye ma Amokoa so quite interchange who I need. Omudi a he ewo and in video so. On a work a day.
Menia.
Na ko pon shaw.
Mr. Medase. Na opo mo.
Na ko pardon no here.
Media na nka me ya da no bi tese me say.
Uni aba.
No nai. Wabu within we fidie ne so.
Piao.
I'm so yeso de mebru de e fidie tintan so ne di agro. This on nai abeso me na me kwa kohwe de o.
Eno anon active.
But the medical can say, and ran a menu beaker. Say, Obini Mubi, a friend of Kobe. I'm a bad secondary school. That I'm now, we are senior or ahead of me. And I'm a catcher in the partner say, yeah, she jama or she be. Yeah, preachy or preachy. Yeah, bokunka or ho. Yeah, bought guitar or ho. Yeah, bought drums or ho. Yeah, Tonyo or a banning prefectship power. So I told the person, say, I told that, Yana, ye named the Ubim, into so be yana do be your day, NTSC. And the current administration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I think, say, young for intervention and our mom maybe no opportunity. Because your generation, you need no more how.
Sir.
And we are the best people to help resolving those challenges now. A bit me a how man. And see, I can say we are TikTok minister, Facebook, LinkedIn. BBB, and in Nigeria, Thomas. 7 last week, almost a me see you. I'm a sign PR on my good board because I send you about. I said, we have a very good board where you can give a back with defend it. And one thing they don't know is we believe in togetherness.
Exactly.
Because I can't mini Amoakohene na kame.
Sir.
I can't sami jemfia. I can't Amoakohene. I can't bass no redina. I can't kabori. Sa ne deko. So we appreciate you. And we love your leadership.
Thank you.
Honestly speaking, what make you comment me? You utino.
yeah, can't department back on a good panel visual arts.
Visual arts.
Omo best schooler, no one could paint ni then yes, so back I am
Ah.
And you school no mean who my colleagues, you know. Be on what me did be a except one guy, your friend Abiola.
Okay, Abiola.
Yes, he was my mate.
Okay.
No, your whole secondary school started no, a bunny school painting near the idea no way. So no one does he you know. Why a big guy in Kumasi or Yenejuma? And what you did today, and I said, no, it's so important for you to give them the opportunity to exhibit their woman. And see, minister, we are Ashanti.
Yeah.
Said they make no. Yedi nesi ebebu amebunu. Na ya share the omu betimi and support. So even this year, your programs na ya bano. There's a friend in the seed program.
The seed program, okay.
The seed in the students, entrepreneurship, enterprise and development.
Okay.
And see, we call all the institutions. And maybe no more talents or more upon your schools in Kitwani in Amuno. We are going to train them and support them.
And no home for so that money being and boy.
And no home for so na start to Ashanti.
Yeah.
Just organize them. NEIP. We are coming to train them.
Yeah.
We are coming to support them. We are coming to encourage them. Because no one in an Ebenya Quenya, a lawyer to say me, a be a regional minister to say, a medical doctor to say, but Uber if you know right them or more artwork and all more, and then the Maya them we are kono. Okwaya offices now. Omo painting and you know my no and my office kono. So this is our time to bring them on board, and we are also willing to support you. But one thing I'll tell you, Nise, keep doing what you're doing. We like it.
Wow.
And to the old folks in your region, they are not our targets.
That be.
They be Americans and we say, yeah, target, the reasonable minds. And the reasonable minds, and the PS, and the Gen Zs. Senior, I know almost with the same age. And Yama has a yeah, former regional minister. She have my office in China.
Oh, I think
and offer some pine. Or no, you didn't go to my uncle 2-3 years. Or come one, you didn't call me your money. Tinyon on a betray say, Obi to TikTok, Obi to Facebook. May Oko Facebooker may follow me more than 100,000. So the question is, Semi baby name me PS Nakasa.
I could do come on.
And he had the best platform for me to talk to them.
So, Omobres no more conquer.
That is a also a disagree on the ban. When if you didn't take plans, you shall near Kayasa Manu be a conny baby. Into Koswana, and we believe strongly, say, you be a yen or a ban women at the impact ever. So for some of us, we support you. Oba, as we discussed some hours ago, let's start something. And we are surely going to get a very positive result. President Mama, Minister, I appreciate you. So when you say I need you for the 10 times.
Hey.
And I own my men so on the baby idea and on the moment say we see it.
Piao.
And see, so I know your question.
Good. Bye, dear Observer. Mama expresses some form of appreciation. More emoji boy and some one type of more commands on one drop a red hat. Our comment section home from near Eric AJ. I want to see you for NEIP. For good. Bounce a love ni emoji hearts ni clap ni back. Good. Yen dana say wo asem da wade atu ye nim wa through the seed program no obesi yen fan so seed bi wo ye mayi mu na ye mayi ntiminya ani da so say enkoba say ya befo omo do ma be ye adwuma yi na omo be wi abeba asesa ana omo be nam ho nsansansa baby or say pekra be so betima groom these talents and be able to get world class world standard level of the next entrepreneurs or the next creatives ewo nti ona boy keje ya da sipi abe ya do be ma date say the baby betima organize wo nyina ne no ma hia ne motivate you ne encourage you ne appreciate you ne drop program to be able to strategically support them. Hello Martha and come on.
Hello, Honorable. Good evening.
Good evening, Martha. It's saying.
Nanko pardon me, why you pa uswe?
Nanko pardon me, smoke here. Kasa no when you mean.
Me da was pa, se me no kasa nyumbre me niaje. Aya me de pa, se me no kasa nyumbre me wa manso.
Manso, okay.
Ya disre de ya kwen, Honorable yesro to wani hwa ya kakra.
Manso le mu de here do bia na se nkwanta.
Ba to ya manso data no.
Data no.
Data no tontokrum.
Tontokrum, hey, tontokrum. Okay, translate you.
Futuro kuye Honorable.
Okay.
Say area se ba e hu ko tal da.
Oh, Manso. Okay. Enti Martha, you better say or join here. Say district Biano president road ministry my 10 kilometers of roads. 10 kilometers of roads. Enti district ni bi o ma start. Mo hono enche bia ombenya contractors na wo hono. Mo area ho na wo ho the shop. One wo ho. On so ombenya ne consignment and the payments. No ba be start. Yenimo how I was that area ho. Ghana gold do na ho ne free ba enso so kwan na e bibi ho. Enti na go pon ya do my ade that president akoma so a you will make sure we sort it out for you, okay?
Okay.
Great. Miss Medasi Bebre. Boss lady. Hello, boss lady.
Hello, Honorable.
Boss lady Kasanga, how are you?
Pacho, good evening.
Good evening, at the same.
Pacho, Nyamia, don't Pacho, say.
Nyamia, don't miss me here.
Yeah, me ask. Yeah, anyways, my dog, as I said, oh my queen, we did not. Many are queen, they were first on me, I said that. I'm a female, many sisters, Mohono. I say last year, December, Moho, 7 December. Ube program wo Amsterdam you study Mampong. Ube program wo na ye bi koso wo ho. Mo ba be boa yi. Na me mada.
Ne be ball football match e wo ho.
Me ba choi.
Ana me ye say omo ma me bo mo nso a.
Me ba choi.
Oh. Kafra.
Na ye me mada na free mo.
Wow.
You really very sure, but that I'm not say Mokodada. Oh, fear crowd, didn't come, my lord, any dada less.
Okay.
Say, I am more from but many are quenying I'm saying first when I end that was a prayer.
Oh,
Yabuku shop, and on your kissy.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, you personally, anyone assume. Our dear, but yeah, I said in your encounter.
Okay, but me no she I say that.
Yes, yeah, that but yeah, Casa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am right of Pentecost.
But your idea, but me, you were better assembly, but sometimes.
You're bad joint.
Yeah, but dear, district joints.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll call it. And I remember your football. It was an air or other side, air ball. And I was say, oh, yeah. I just thought, say, oh, I say, a moment you have a year, you see any a mablu no football. And see, at least,
okay,
you're a bomb on Swana say, Adiato money, you know one. It doesn't say my
I remember that cried you when you mopa or boarding, but two crowds you be opening no.
Okay.
We know your boarding pass. Sata mo free na no time boarding.
Wow. But me chabu sa phone ni na why?
Pacho la obia better.
Okay.
That's
Bye bye.
Sure.
Most of my type or comment section one type. Any party, baby, I will be a papa. Baby, I will be a papa. And I found so nipa na what's your nipa da. Meaning kind of baby. I want to come here the money. Uncle live is not go back home. When whom me are the money, Uncle live is not go back. December no wow. Minim Yakobo. Anna omoye ye. I'm here so Munjana Monkobo Busian and Swan day. And my at least the Bible said the Osun and Insu. And the Nanya so and I also in Sunny. Never Kaza, the Amakaza, never Christ, the Amakais. And the Mobile Bobo and I support him or Hadia. And no more years, Mr. Money and Cobon swam my Show Muhid in Amiaye. And say, Oba live is way in Guasia yesterday. And Tiwe Airfoot Mamu would not talk to moi. Naska or one. Would ye, Ushamua should let your mobi. That should be home for sure. That's how the life. This life, and that is how the world should be. We should be there for each other, should be each other's keeper, so that we are able to even go far. And our year Bibia and Shady, Ubina and Nana, the Ubina China. Politicians say, usually, the entire papa until be your papa, mobile obedience or votes, Nintin, be any panel day. Papa, what I'd not say. Me, papa. I didn't know them. I didn't know the family from anywhere. And so when they met my say, 38 minus 1. 38 minus 1. Met Maka. Anyways, my mom come and you. So, who is next? AJ Smith. I'm in here, but we are not back here with you.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, AJ Smith.
I brought my good name in Chelsea. And this is not Fred man, but make us from Holland.
Holland, okay, didn't
you dash offensive.
Okay.
As no fun and now. It tell me to you, sir. Now, just say, I haven't seen a leader say the leadership style now with their bus system. Just say, when we baby
Amen.
And they standing was able to be as we are TikTok a year, because they say, I bear for him, dear, and the wash.
Piao.
And when I have fun, I buy ye.
Piao.
And when now, one for so will be being one message being where the Elizabeth I'm away. Because I never dream of. Many of what can I say? Because we have been fine with NDC, Nipa, you know, we have fun with the world in Sammy Gemfi.
Wow.
I want to leadership style on many Japan.
Wow.
It's in a mission.
Amen.
Now, I can't meet my can say, you cruise down here, marketing in there. And see that baby in the penny, a crowd function off.
Okay.
It is so, a crabby for book in the chair.
Okay.
Because in Krana, holding in a rabbit time. Only in a baby digger. You see that in there.
Okay.
I'm fine, she be.
Okay.
Look, my dear, honorable Mr. Wa. It's idiom. My man, so might me follow. The anytime you maybe I will be there.
Great.
Mr. Wa.
Great. May that same thing.
And to my and I would cast on I original minister to car. And she's a baby. A baby now. Message who spread in the city who's in your man. One year man and Costa because we are Jesus Christ can once.
And Jesus Christ can once now one more.
So far as you are who are positive minded, you know, Nessie will see. Just say what connecting will be just one man I say will be and I say make a problem to will be able to make a problem actually. You will be that Ghana and then no credit mommy and can they do maybe any year in Yachon. Oh, the metro, Yachon, you Phantom Chenian can crano because when you say when your minister is here, I send you one would be here baby to my catcher. They say they baby now pay.
But that's it.
So we say there's no pastor catcher no President Mama. No minister, one young country.
And I know who pass my catcher from her.
Yes, with the 2 minutes anymore. I don't know. Mr. President, so to a woody.
Exactly.
President Woody. It's they say another medapa.
And the markets, district be a more market back. Market here, they are designating as a 24-hour economy model markets. In the offensive north, I think you see no in King Council.
Okay. Yes. King
Council. Hi, you see one King Council. Now the TNA markets, 24-hour economy markets, police station room, women's development bank room, fire service room, and a clinic room, as an shops said they be 24 hours within offensive north and now within other districts upe bibiato, upe services be, upe any form of medication, whatever problem be some center operate 24/7 just to shift your interest towards operating a 24-hour economy system. And the 26th February and you advertise contracts ama contractors have to tender forms ne sa ne manema nyina e be tender on 26th February. And no na Crowflow market next weekend ni ho. Enti instead see the Crowflow market e go see new one no. And you say si entimi wie old one and na the 24-hour economy no sika no go see new one. Eti ever go show old one no entimi wie old one no. And no ye wie na if ye ne contractor no sign na fe ne saka sika na no call you Crowflow na. Enti district be enya ne de markets are car and car 24-hour economy there no. Last week common fund administrator by the only atnas I can say your banks are ready so be financing those projects. And he said at the phone no more union na omo editum so omo pe bibisa your banks number besi omo besi a your more time to run it for say 10 years and 15 years. Now omo rent fees no dey atika no dey dey e dey see omo you no handing over my district assembly no so that the district assembly can now take control over it. And the area no and 24-hour economy market no as per list na checking no. So what can be done is say the phone na wo ho no make actually DC no obe engage you next omo betia in that regard. Then now you pay a loan facility and then be able to engage them and then build it under a BOT or a PPP arrangement. I hope they move down.
Oh, muda one hour, Mrs. Muda just say, and grow from the other kind of because me feel Muzungu.
Okay.
Just I don't suggest and I hope say leadership no ever come to say na bibia
most definitely
security wise no and security wise in here
definitely
the security wise in yeah be true support that actually because as a power fear oye
but that's p so that is it. And Adum PZ said that Messiah kan no may engage youth no together with leadership no say after if they want government to come in arrangement I can want some common fund person provide we can have a similar arrangement so that you will make a BOT or a PPP arrangement they will be able to get it done for them. In the markets I remember say we were having a bit of a standoff with Adam Kwame Barakesi and Sophia and Asamai. And the another at Chumango Beda North we've been able to try and make some of these arrangements just to make sure say markets be ready to take off biano. We are able to support them. Mampo market also be actual comment section. Mampo market maha NDC one. And you see any morning now with free baby I got be running one Quantanai dancing ho. Good. And the Babesi video city one. Maha just one strip and a something. And the 24-hour economy market no. Instead of the see new one no. Mampo actually what you need na empata. Enti ye de be extend this ehoni nyina so the be betimenya sa market no upgraded to a 24-hour economy setup. Ebiom Insuta and the same upgrade near Bayo Insuta market no instead of starting a new one. Mamponte market the other time I mentioned say near na stand of kakra with contractor no. Na contractor no variations this car bese komu together with works are cow hono any 24-hour economy secure hono. We're having a bit of a standoff, but thankfully thankfully, with the intervention of local government, it means headway. Because to me, I don't see why we have to start a new one. We want to complete our old one there. Yeah, last option the best is starting new one. No. But yeah, go so I can't want some. But some district, but some new markets. District be a Ejra new market. Drop also new market under the 24-hour economy model markets. No. District be a the advertising there asoka you go so a land the whole land in available land here available asoka so be more than na amamu ninjina so be in the form of a 24-hour economy model market. So the be more able 24-hour economy no honsam no say we are starting from somewhere in order to be to move the economy forward. Kewodi at the same.
I started dog now, sir.
Na me adom me ho ye pa. Kasa me ho nyumenya.
God bless you for the opportunity.
Amen.
And Yajapa, medical comment session is I never ever imagined presidency will be this close to us. You are lying in the comfort of your bed. You are speaking to a regional minister.
Yes.
It's just unbelievable. But your leadership. I mean, truth be told, Doc, now no I've never voted the NDC. All my life, I was born into an MPP family. I never knew why my parents were MPP. We were following MPP. My younger brother, Dudimachi, he did political science in University of Ghana. No, Commonwealth Hall. Just by merits of being in Commonwealth Hall, or NDC because of President Mahama. Wow. But when you are having intellectual discourse with him, he's making very, very laudable arguments. Somehow all come about NDC, even though it's known to be the MPP household. Somehow come about NDC. What do I need to form the tones and who say, somehow can you wait here? And it was not until this particular administration, and I realized in Sembebrea, near Dihon come back there about NDC no a true. Wow. And then say be a second coming meeting near Master Sembebrea na. But I know, sir, even though sir, no crana, the president is doing a lot of things right. Yes. And dear, I want to congratulate you personally because one my Ashanti regional facelifter over the years no Kasabia and Ashanti cry to my people cry then on my own then I say but NDC by this time round no was Ashanti region has gotten a very massive facelift. Tragedies are bad, but how handle those disasters near the I say you have 20 years experience in this particular office. I know say you have the background, student leadership near your dog. Only say I follow you pa. Wow. May a medical lab scientist. Okay. Who your company there? So made a diploma Kintampo. Okay, I was just RC vice president then. Okay. And I'm a BS, Garden City. Garden City Commerce. K University. Okay. And my practices is here. I don't want to say this, but then I'm a biomedical scientist outside the country. I got you. Okay. Now follow me. When I got to know you, I realized that I can see myself in this man, and this man is actually doing the work. Obi Obe Brando as social media, whatever. What is Trump doing? Trump is always on Twitter. Trump is always on Truth. Trump is always on Truth. Trump is always on Meta. Just he's using the social media to his benefit. Also, the mainstream media, they have their principles, they have how things go. But social media, all directing narrative. Sharp. Your person put to across, that is exactly what you're putting up. So change the next time I'm going from the fake account to cast the oral will count 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes. Wrap up for me.
You have more time now with you.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, and you say, oh, but now has to diagram 777 Pediasa. Oh, but now Niagro. Oh, but now a church.
Good.
Extra SLA the region. I am very sure, sir, investors near and far are looking at Ashanti region.
Precisely.
What they said here, students, Yakwakoye or Asokwa interchange. I just saw it on social media, and I'm like, nah, this is. What was there? You would Judas be a Ghana or no? On time, what the pabat, and I mean, on Facebook, I'm using a Kway boy about slums. Hey, then you boom go a cast and power. Oh,
we will get there. Amen. Thank you so much.
My mom of blessed memory, no, Pentecost knee.
Okay.
And I know, say, and they say, I see by design. Me what a jaya me jaya. There's one thing that Nami Tim said. I think says some team possessing the nations. So it came purposely for you. Because one Gazano, one facade team, no the year, and yeah, you have sold. As a matter of fact, if I'm voting today, I'm being that down. I'm voting for the NDC.
Yeah, just on my tone, just on my tone, just on my account. No, my baby say, oh, your power chow, oh, yeah, I'm about DM, Machina no you. Next on my bound the fake account, if some more frail warfare, say, or fay, behel banno, or besort, it's an advocate to my NDC. No. Mamon Johnny deal, Mr. Minimum Grove way. Ciao. Into new conversing, I know. Me reach you out. You have a conversation. You don't the fake account we see here. No one am actually patch. Oh, once I didn't there. Once I didn't there. If you are never was actually know the crime one at a phrase. So normally meow. Oh, I don't know. Dr. Bisky.
Yeah, good evening.
Good
morning, so.
Yeah, good evening.
Apo man.
Na me ando me ho also.
No ya pa. Some of us I'm surprised when I came 2022. I'm sure regional office NDC.
Okay.
Up to 2024 you know busy by this time. So I'm not surprised. We know very much what I do which night. So me I wasn't surprised when I heard that. Me concern me achama kwa mama. Ye kwan nye kura from kwara sutu achama to France. The road is very bad and the show more than I'm concerned. Very short road, but kwan nye kura.
And then there is a double road be uko anima so na you know Mahu.
I'm only 1 year, but 1 year I am quite so much of a first look. Really, so my wife.
Matidok. So we attend to that. I am very concerned with that area. I've been quite day. I've been
Coitus.
I'm not quite a stressor. I'm not even quite a stressor. Oh, I'm not. But I'm question. I'm not you, man. I'm not.
Honorable sexual intercourse.
I'm not.
Honorable.
I'm not only some yourself.
Honorable. Honorable. Yes, sorry.
I'm not meet you.
Honorable.
Yes.
Me person me no kasem kakre bi.
Me too.
With it, I say AI personal, but I say me because I don't know when an opportunity see some be ba ma me biom. Yedi kan meta was for the opportunity. I mean shop and unyuma power.
Abra.
Me free kumas ba me. Honorable.
When coitus interruptus.
Honorable Pache, Minim.
Unim.
Pache.
Twaso. Twan come on stuff me too.
Honorable Mrs. But the MP no said the other party. Boy, maybe say student nurse.
Okay.
Boy, would be a
bus. Student nurse, I'm it makes sense now. Trust.
Boy, Bibia, and I say, Philita Mama started joining Army Flow. You've been helping people. You've been so good to people. Whether you know the person or not, you try to reach out to that person. By what I say, honorable.
Okay.
And some of us sebe orphans, you need father, obu ni mother, obu so ni parents me na. Into school fees they boy allowance no. Na the support school fees ne kakra. But for some time now, no school fees ne allowance ne ba. Yes, so be catch and papa my na allowance bit me about my because saying you maybe say more 3rd year project near day in his car.
Okay. Last time I buy it, I want to get the timelines correct.
December the
okay.
But okay. Last one I buy was 3 months. For the past 4 months, you buy.
Until I come for 4 months.
Man.
Okay, because last week, Health Minister published so we're not clearance for 14,000 of rotation, midwives, nurses, and all that. Until I revert back and see, so come on. So come on there, what it means, they said this month, they should be able to pay. So come also there, then I'll be able to, maybe in the next live, be able to update you on same. But once watching my videos, I would avert my mind to it, interact with the Health Minister, and the next time I'll be able to speak to it directly. The last one I'm citing my eye on here, the also mama 14. I think I'm publishing last week or last 2 weeks. 14,000 of my colleagues, so that they'll be able to pay them off. And I'll look at it for you, okay?
Honorable, yesterday, Miss Rowe, to me, one like a cry. So, come me, what's me?
Oh,
honorable, yes, and be a met me also life. Now, I should be a that.
I'm not quite to some. Bishop Baby, our dad is here. Would you say at the Papa?
Oh, then what say? Even bears crying, need to we sleep on the floor.
Abna.
That's
no, a pastor of boy, okay?
Okay.
However, Baby, I'm what you say, no. Mean to be sending Momo in terms of number Momo. And what you can do is just send the bank details, mommy. And also, but still, a safer bank. And they send the bank details, mommy, or me DM. I will try and see if I can make a transfer.
Okay, honorable, I send you a message, but as a follow me back here, and send a message and come listening to me, send a message.
Matthew, my head never follow back. Why?
Oh, sure. I mean, sure, pa.
Amen. Where saying, oh,
it's
only roommate.
Matthew,
you send the mommy. I'll see what I can do to help more. Why?
I mean, sure.
Okay, great.
So, but I have followed you. So, send me to be a sending message.
Matthew, so in case someone know check me on Instagram. I in here at Dr. Amoakohene 1. A home message is near Isha. And Instagram at Dr. Amoakohene 1.
Okay.
Okay. Great. So that was it with Abna Edina Kahon mean to be anchor. I mean so endorse, but I have to support them. And especially Madi with the agra, all things can happen. So I mean you just have to support them as and when. But clearly something that is sustainable will be to be able to follow up on the requests, and see how best we'll be able to support them. Okay, I think that basically these are the few issues I want to bring to your attention, and I want to thank you all for always being